Welcome back. A special performance taking place at the Sagebrush Theatre this Sunday in remembrance of the 100 years of the anniversary of World War I. And one of the people taking part in this, he is a terrific musician, Jeff Pelletier, joins us on the show. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Got the last name right this time.
I'm very used to that, so that's not a problem.
So you play the flute and the piccolo,
that's correct.
Both instruments.
Yep.
And you started this late. You started when you were a teenager.
Yes, that's right. I actually started wanting to play the flute when I saw James Galway on Sesame Street when I was about 5 years old and started to ask to play. Unfortunately, my family was not well off, so the agreement was once I could afford my own flute and lessons, then I could start playing. So that's exactly what I did.
So you worked hard and bought your first instrument yourself, and off you went.
Yeah.
Good for you. That darn Sesame Street is so influential, isn't it?
Well, and then a couple of years later, Jean-Pierre Rampal was on The Muppet Show, and he did this number with Miss Piggy, and that sealed the deal.
Good for you. Good for you. So you play quite often with the KSO?
Yes. Yep. So I'm up here I live in Vancouver, North Vancouver, and we're up here once a month. I've been playing with the symphony for about 8 years now.
So we're going to get a little lesson today in what the difference is between these two instruments.
So as you can see, a flute is, the standard size instrument, where a piccolo looks a bit smaller. And the whole idea with the piccolo is it's a complete octave above the flute. So if you were to put two piccolos together, it would make one flute. So if you play something on flute, so I'll just do a little ditty. So I'll play the same thing on piccolo, and you'll hear that it's quite a bit higher.
Which one do you like better?
My orchestral love is actually piccolo.
Is that right?
In even the most large symphonies, we did Scheherazade last year by Rimsky-Korsakov, and the whole orchestra's playing, and the piccolo parts just soar right above. So you have to be fearless when you play this.
Absolutely. And which one did you start on, did you say?
Started on flute. Yeah.
You did, and then you graduated to this.
There's a lot of people who... piccolo, it has its own idiosyncrasies, so it can be considered its own instrument. A lot of people think if you play flute, you play piccolo, but you sort of have to specialize on piccolo.
All right, so in this particular performance on Sunday, you're going to be... Sorry, it's on Saturday.
Yeah.
Apologies, it's on Saturday. Which of these will you be playing then?
It's actually a world premiere of a concerto for piccolo. So there are relatively few concertos for piccolos. This was actually written for me by Michael Conway Baker, and we chose to do the world premiere with the Kamloops Symphony. So
that's fantastic. So it's the first time ever.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive, right here in Kamloops. Tell me a little bit about how this whole concert will go over. What it's about remembering, and that's the title, in fact, remembering.
Yep. So we're doing pieces that are either harken back to this whole idea of remembering World War I veterans. One of the signature pieces that we're doing is the Pastoral Symphony by Ray Vaughan Williams, which has a huge theme in that. The second movement of the Piccolo Concerto is a march, and it definitely invokes this whole military theme. It's quite an angry movement. It's really incredible. You can almost visualize soldiers marching into town. So yeah, Bruce has been conceptualizing this idea for a while now, and we're really excited to be able to do it. That the concert date actually falls right at the time, and it happens to be with the anniversary as well. So
fantastic. Excellent. Thank you for being here today. It's very interesting. It's a beautiful instrument. I always wanted to learn how to play the harp. Never happened. But this, again, is another one of those unique instruments that has a beautiful sound to it. And I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful concert of music.
So we're doing it here on Saturday night, 7:30 at the Sagebrush Theatre, and again on Sunday at 2 p.m. in Salmon Arm. Okay, fantastic. So two performances this weekend. Jeff Pelletier, thank you for being here today. If you would like tickets to the Saturday performance in Kamloops, you can certainly go online or 250-374-LIVE. And again, if you're in the Salmon Arm area, that's taking place on Sunday. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.